Hey there, all you farm loving fools. Welcome to the channel. This is a long form. I'm going to try a few of these and see how it works out. Today, on my golf cart, I just come from home. This thing's a lifesaver, especially for an old guy like me. I brought some hydraulic oil because I'm out. It's not John Deere, but it's rated for John Deere, and it's way cheaper. Is it right? Is it wrong? It's what I do. I have a theory, and this channel is going to be a lot about my theories. Take it or leave it, but it's fun to hear somebody else's thoughts. And then I'm going to get my microphone on for the next one, but not this one. We're going to see how things roll. My thoughts on this. Yeah, you should probably use Hy-Gard, John Deere hydraulic fluid. I might go with you on that. I might. The problem is you rotate equipment around that you bought from someone else that isn't a John Deere. There's no way it's got John Deere fluid in it. Why would they spend the extra money to put the wrong fluid in it? Because it would be wrong for this machine. Every piece of equipment I have, pretty much, has a hydraulic hookup. So I'm going to mix in every kind of oil anyway. If you're a purist, it ain't going to work. You have to have John Deere equipment, everything John Deere through and through, and that's what they want you to do. So anyway, I'm going to keep talking, keep going. Forgive me on the microphone. I'll try and speak up. I forgot about it. This part of the channel is new to me. So I've got those. Here's my guards. These are my old guards, and these are the new guards. All right, where you at? Over here? This is the new guard, the bottom. Tie guards, blade guards, whatever you want to call it. There's the whole bottom of this machine is covered in these. And then the saw blade goes in here and cuts the hay. I'll show you more later, but there's the old ones and the new ones. I'll explain why I got new ones and how they wear out at another time. Some of these things break. They just have to be replaced. Part of wearing things out. This rebuild I'm doing right now is all cutter bar rebuild. That oddball bearing, I have more coming. I ordered them. We'll put those in just because with hay, you need tip-top equipment whether it looks like it or not. This does not look like tip-top equipment. It needs painted. Painted doesn't make it work, but it does help it last. Theories of another day. This is about a $500 deal. Maybe closer to $600 these days by the time I add it up. It has to be done about every 10 years. It's been 12. I've got away with it. I'm starting to get a little frays that stick up in my fields. It's not cutting clean. I'm losing a little hay. It doesn't look as nice. Blah, blah, blah. The point is I'm about to put myself in a bad situation, and I don't want to do it. So we'll get down on the ground and do these, but not today. Today's just kind of a what I got, what's going on. See if you guys like this part of the channel. I ordered a bunch of them tie guards online through, I think, Shoop. They don't pay me. This isn't about them, but they do have them. Got me some starting fluid. You always got to keep that around the farm. But I bought these things, you'll see in a minute, from... They look the same. They better be the same. Anyway, I bought them from Shoop, and then I went to a local store. I try to support my locals. I never dreamed he would have them. Well, I only bought half as many as I need because I was being cheap. I didn't want to do it right. But he had a bunch. I want to help out the local business, and I should have bought more anyway, so now I have a full set. Was able to help a guy out. People help me out. Try and help them out. But I'm not lecturing you on how the world works. I got more. Here's the more. Can you see me in there? I'm new to this. I didn't bring I'm not a guy that carries a blade with me all the time. I can probably man this out. Oh, it's just going to make me look stupid. Nope, I can get it. So this came from, the big company. I can't even remember what all I ordered. More garbage, I know I ordered that. Oh, this is what we got coming on the channel with this new long form. A new tire for the corn planter. A new conversion. I'll show you this, a chain conversion. The old ones had wheels and they would wear out or get stuck and they'd wear flat spots. I think they still sell the old wheels, but the conversion was like $2 more. This will last, well, longer than I'm going to farm. So I got a couple of those. I got new springs we have to put on the hay rake. Got I don't know, 10 of them. A bearing for a disc. And then you already seen them tie guards we're going to put in. There's exactly one mess in there. That's not true. A mess is what, 144? You get the point. So we didn't work today. Just showed you what I'm doing today, getting a feel for what Darren does out here on the farm. What did I come out here for? Oh, to drop off this equipment and my sawmill. There's a plastic lubricating tank on my sawmill. Again, show you in another video. That goes down and lubricates the blade as you cut. Imperative to have. Well, this guy didn't cover my sawmill probably as much as I should have. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I said that, I don't know, 40 times. And that white or clear plastic they use, so you can tell the level, isn't designed for sun, and it just got brittle. It cracked. It doesn't hold the lubricant. So I have to order a new one, and they won't let me order a new one unless I get the serial number, blah, blah, blah. So I come out to take a picture of that. That's today's stuff, just to kind of get you started on what Darren does around here. That roller I did yesterday, and I know I didn't do a lot of videos, didn't get a lot of people watching. Try to do something interesting. If people don't like it, why do it? But these, I don't know if I can get in a good spot for it. These tines, and I have it hooked up so it won't spin, but they actually rotate on this cam. And the design and shape of that cam is what determines what angle these springs are at. Now these pickups, or what you want to call it, are designed to go down and catch the grass, hay, whatever you're cutting, and kind of push it in. Or if the wind blew it and laid it down, these fingers will get in there and peel that hay back up so it can be mowed. Well, this cam design is really clever, because as those fingers come down and they go right down close to the dirt, they shouldn't touch the dirt, and they rake that hay in. Well, rather than rake the hay all the way around, those fingers retract by these levers. So I can't do it backwards. As they scrape the hay, they'll fold inside this thing, and the hay will fall off, go right through the machine. Super clever. How they built it is not super clever, and we'll cover that in a later video. Yeah, me and my later. I always say later, because there's too much to do today. So we'll have to do something later. The bolt here on the end, I know you're not in a good spot, but it's just a bolt and a cam. I'll go through this in a full video later. There, I said it. You would think you could just take the bolt out and push it out. No, you got to take this whole assembly off, because the access hole they did put in, because most companies do, is behind the frame. So they got a half a way to access it. I could readjust this whole thing up, which is an absolute nightmare. If this whole unit was raised higher, you could have got those out. It's set lower because in good hay, this reel, is what they call it, doesn't really do anything. If the hay's standing up straight and everything's even, this doesn't do a thing. The hay, it just touches the hay, but if hay was going to go through the machine anyway, you wouldn't even need this. You could just cut it. Well, it cuts in conditions. But it doesn't take much energy to roll this. It is really easy. It just kind of flows around. Most farm equipment isn't worried about your fuel mileage or whatever you want to call it, gallons per hour. But because this uses so little power, there's no sense in having a disconnect or a way to shut it off. So there's that. I did fix some other things yesterday. I'm not going to go backwards in these videos. We're just going to go forward. So I hope you like some farm videos. This is just telling you what's coming. The rest of these long form videos are going to be me working and trying not to use language that's inappropriate for life. But sometimes those words come to mind. I generally enjoy this. As bad as it gets, I still have fun. So I'm not one of those guys going to be mad all the time, cuss at my equipment. There's a couple of days where I'm hot and sweaty and, you know, I don't know if you can use the phrase under the pew-pew. Anyway, when I get those stressful days, it doesn't look like I'm having as much fun, but at the end of the day, looking back on my day, I do enjoy this crap. Now, I haven't made a mistake. I can pick it up right here and show you, and then we're going to say goodbye for the day. But this is something that I do, and I should probably quit. I'm going to talk more about these adjusters, holders. There's a mechanism and design here that keeps these from going off the ends. And I just tightened this one. Well, they used hairpins or cotter keys, whatever you want to call it. And because of the constant, you know, they only turn a little bit. But there's no way to lubricate this. I spray it, but it's only on there for minutes, literally. And when you use something as soft as a cotter key, It's really not a good design for something that wears. But as this turns on that bearing or on this bushing every time, it just ends up wearing them out. Now, I complain about it. I put a bolt in there. It's going to hold it better. It's going to hold it longer. This is a 1983, best I can tell. That's probably the original hairpin. So what, 43, 45 years old. And I want to make it better. I can't help myself. But to think this thing's going to last another 45 years is silly. And I made something that's going to last longer, so 60 years? Yeah, it's silly. But it's me. I can't help it. I just want to make things a little better than they were. Anyhow, that's today's project. That's our video of me just doing whatever. So I look forward to seeing you. I'll post videos as often as I do. It might be every day. Might not be. But we're going to try this for a while. Please come join me at least for a bit. See if you like it. Give me 2-3 videos before you decide. And I thank you very much for your time. All right, gotta go. No big editing with me either.